Alright, so let's take a look at the Empire. The Empire have got some really cool units. I love the Griffins. But anyway, so the Empire, for 2.5 millennia, the Empire has formed a bulwark against the encroaching forces of destruction. But the realm is in constant turmoil, beset on all sides by enemies ferocious and foul, yet it endures, for mankind has a steely determination not to merely live but thrive. The Empire's army is almighty. This Empire needs Donald Trump at the helm. That just seems so appropriate. Anyway, yet it endures, for mankind has a steely determination to not merely live but thrive. I've done that. The Empire's armies are mighty, large regiments of disciplined troops led by valiant warrior generals and supplemented by an arcane will of battle wizards, as well as powerful machines of war. A new emperor has recently been crowned. That must be me. But he is untested, aka Nyab, and not the candidate many elect accounts wanted. This is so Donald Trump. And at a time when dark clouds gather in the north, so begins the age of Karl Franz, which sounds like a band, and has too much to do. Unite the Empire, secure its borders, and bring prosperity to the beleaguered citizens. The twin-tailed comet blazes across the sky once again, but it is an omen for good. But is it an omen for good or ill? Probably an omen for retarded gameplay, which is what I'm going to be offering in spades quite soon. Faction mechanics can only capture territories belonging to vampire counts or any other human faction against Norsca. That makes sense, man. The humans have always had a thing against vampires, you know, and vice versa. Why not just make the humans versus the vampires? I mean, the dwarves are against greenskins, so that's kind of cool. And then warriors of chaos are against everyone. Officers, lords may be assigned into officers, granting them a unique title and bonuses. Should be bonus, really. Technology is branched or linked into various buildings. Top units are the Demigryph Knights, which are awesome. These guys are amazing. Unfortunately, I don't think I can see any info. They have a low rate of fire, magical aura, and Solheim's Bolt of Illumination, which is a highly accurate beam fired over large distances. Oh, this is not the right one. Fired over large distances, causing tremendous damage to its target, but with a small area of effect, meaning it's poor choice against weak infantry. So this is actually kind of like a chariot with an amazing kind of, it's kind of like a telescopic weapon on the front, and it just looks brilliant. So that's that. Demigryph Knights. The first one was called the Luminarch of Hish, or Heish, and the second one is the Demigryph, or the Demigryph Knights. These are awesome. Shock cavalry, armoured and shielded, armour piercing, anti-infantry. They just look amazing though. Apparently they're quite slow. Armour piercing isn't great, to be honest. 66 is not that great, I assume. Lots of HP. Not a great deal of defenses or attack. I think these guys are just shock cavalry and don't leave them too long in a fight against something much stronger. It causes fear. Reducing leadership, which is not going to affect some species. It's not going to affect the dwarves very well. They've got one unit, the dwarves, and it's going to be quite resistant against these guys. And they can hide in the forest. Okay. So the playstyle for the Empire is that it has plentiful Confederation options, allowing other enemy factions to be merged with the Emperors via diplomacy. I read that so badly. Plentiful Confederation options allowing other Empire factions to be merged with the Emperors via diplomacy. Okay, so it's quite good at teaming up. Balanced unit roster with a wide range of options, but probably jack of all trades, master of none, I'm getting the impression. A fractured empire whereby the provinces of our empire are ruled by elected counts, over whom the emperor's tenuous control at best. Right. So that's interesting. So you don't seem to have as much control with this one. Okay, let's watch the intro. So Karl Franz is the Le Hero, and then we've got Balthazar Gelt, who I am sure is sweaty under that mask. Difficulty hard. Karl Franz is a faction leader, powerful melee fighter and leader, can unlock Deathclaw, a unique griffin mount capable of flight and ferocious in combat. That is awesome. campaign movement range +5 for all characters. Upkeep is -10% for Reichsguard and Great Sword units. Additional starting units are halberdiers, handgunners. They look crap. And so do these, man. I mean, these are not getting the stats that the others are getting. And the Reichsguard, which is shock cavalry, not too bad. Armor's pretty good, to be fair. Leadership's good. Speed is, I assume, good. Charge bonus, meh. Okay, so they can all charge, which is interesting. Right, let's do it. Oh, description. The Emperor's Karl Franz, Prince of Altdorf and Elector Count of Reichland. Karl Franz is said to be the greatest statesman of the old world has ever seen. He is also a military genius and a valiant general. I am so none of those things. The Emperor frequently takes personal command of soldiers like Sigmar, the warrior god of gold, smiting enemies of the Empire with a single blow. There is little doubt that Karl Franz is one of the greatest generals of his age. He stands at the forefront of his battles against those who would see his beloved realm torn asunder. It is a responsibility that weighs heavily upon his shoulders. Good. Right, let's skedaddle. There's the intro.
The drums of war never cease. For the old world lies in great peril.
That's a very cool Tash. The floors look really crap, I think. Hopefully
a
they'll
strong
do something
leader
with that.
is needed to unite the Empire. The greatest of mankind's nations. As gods battle for the world's fate, I make my own humble contribution. In the employ of the newly anointed Emperor. Even now, we make haste to the Emperor's ancestral capital. For the demented Rachnik spider
The horses
claw
move very
leads
well.
an attack on Altdorf's walls.
Hopefully that's transferred into the actual game.
My charge is Karl Franz, the true wielder of Gal Maraz. But as he fights to secure his status as Emperor, will his reign strengthen the nation? Or lead it to ruin?
Cool.
Men of Reichland, greenskins
Let's have a brief
assault
look
our
at these
capital.
units.
Theirs is a vile race Sigmar swore to expel from our lands, yet they dare return. Join me, men, for
They
I
look like
will
dog
not
meat to
rest
me.
until every accursed goblin lies burning on a pyre.
Alright, There you go.
The Goblin army lies ahead, Emperor. They are preparing for an attack on Altdorf. See for yourself.
Hold those towers at
That's
any
about it.
cost!
That's all I'm gonna do now. But this is cool. Right, I'll
Get
upload
those
this.
ladders off the walls!